Welcome back to another episode of the Offer Mojo Show, where we talk about crafting, scaling, marketing, and selling aligned and profitable offers. Today's episode is a bit different, and I'm actually quite excited about this one. We're going to look at 10 business trends for 2026 that are worth paying attention to. I will share each trend, give you my personal insights on each one, and then I will add some reflection questions for you to think about as you start to plan for 2026. So, let me set you up first for where we're heading next year, because there is a lot to unpack. The coaching and the online business world is changing fast. And it's not just about the tech, it's about what people actually want now. Every year, I take a step back to look at where things are really going, not based on hype or wild predictions, but on what I've watched unfold while working with and interacting with hundreds of coaches and online business owners, and from doing the research. When you've been in it long enough, you start seeing the patterns, the subtle shifts in what clients care about, how they make decisions, and what actually helps them change. The trends that matter most, they're not just shiny and new. They're about what comes next when you're staying true to yourself. They're not just statistics or buzzwords, they're signals pointing us toward what resonates, what works better, and what feels real. So, as we head into 2026, the people who'll do well are the ones who can innovate without losing themselves in the process, the ones who use technology to be more human, not less, who know that all the systems and the strategies in the world don't mean much without heart, and that growing your business is really just another way we grow as people. So today, I'm walking through the 10 biggest trends I'm seeing in coaching, healing, and the expert space with my honest take on what each one means for us as business owners. Think of this less like a prediction and more like a conversation. Part observation, part thinking out loud to help you figure out what your next move should be based on where things are actually heading and what your gut is actually telling you. So before we dive in, grab your coffee or whatever beverage that you want, maybe a journal, and let's walk through these trends together. Some of them will confirm what you've already been sensing. Others might surprise you or challenge how you've been thinking about growth. Either way, my hope is that this sparks some clarity about where to focus your energy next year. Trend number one, there's explosive growth in online coaching. The coaching industry isn't slowing down anytime soon. In fact, it's projected to reach 6.4 billion globally by 2026, making a 62% jump since 2019. The number of certified coaches has more than doubled in that time, from 71,000 to over 167,000 worldwide. That's incredible momentum and a clear signal that more people are seeking transformation, not just information. But with this level of growth comes saturation. It's no longer enough to simply be a coach or offer transformation. Standing out now means knowing exactly who you serve, the specific result that you help them achieve, and how your approach uniquely delivers that. This isn't about competing with the flood of new coaches. It's about differentiating through depth, clarity, and connection. So here's my take on this. I've been a certified coach since 2004, which officially makes me an OG in this space. Back then, most people didn't even know what a coach was. I spent more time educating my audience on the value of coaching than I did actually coaching. There was no talk about transformation or embodiment. We were just trying to help people solve problems and live better lives. Fast forward to today, and it feels like everyone and their mother is calling themselves a coach. The term has become kind of like a catch all label, and that's both exciting and concerning because while the industry has exploded, credibility has become more important than ever. Clients aren't buying coaching programs anymore, they're buying results. They want very specific solutions to very specific problems. The coaches and the experts who are gaining real traction now are those who have found their niche, who bring a unique mix of specialization, lived experience, and holistic perspective to the table. Think business coaching infused with human design, or leadership coaching layered with trauma informed methods. The era of the generalist is fading. The future belongs to the specialist, the coach who can bring deep training, energetic alignment, and practical results to create lasting transformation. So here's what I want you to think about. Where are you still trying to appeal to everyone instead of fully owning your niche? What deeper certification, skill, or modality could help you expand the transformation that you already deliver? And how could you communicate your specific process or method more clearly so that your audience instantly understands the value of working with you? Trend number 2, AI as a coaching superpower. AI is no longer just a buzzword. It's becoming the quiet force behind how coaches and online businesses scale, serve, and stand out. According to Gartner, 40% of enterprise applications will feature AI agents by 2026. And experts like Dr. Stella Lee predict that AI in training and development will be a defining factor to scale operations, deliver value, and differentiate in a competitive market. For coaches and subject matter experts, this doesn't mean replacing the human touch. It means using AI to expand what's possible, automating repetitive tasks, creating personalized client experiences, and freeing up time for deeper, more meaningful work. From progress tracking to content creation, AI is giving business owners superpowers that allow them to operate with more precision, more personalization, and more presence. Here's my take. There are so many ways to use AI to free up time and mental space in your business. AI isn't just a chat buddy for brainstorming, although it is great for that too. It can streamline dozens of back-end processes that once ate up hours of energy and focus. In my own business, I currently run 7 custom GPTs that power my marketing operations, and I'll continue building more. Each one is trained in my brand voice, my systems, my processes, which makes everything exponentially faster and more consistent. But I stay deeply human in the way I lead. I share my own stories. I guide the strategic direction, and I challenge AI whenever it veers off brand or misses the energetic mark. I am the leader of AI in my business, not the other way around. Together, we produce far more than I ever could alone. Honestly, I look back and I laugh, wondering how did I ever do all of this by myself before AI came along? But the future of AI isn't just about productivity, it's also about innovation within your offers. If you've looked around lately, offers are changing. More and more business owners are integrating AI directly into their client experience. And that's a trend that's only going to rise. So, here are 3 powerful ways that you can integrate AI into your offers. Number 1 would be public facing AI experiences. Turn your lead magnet into an interactive GPT instead of a static PDF. Create AI tools that help your clients move faster. Sell them as standalone micro offers or use them as value adds within existing programs. Number 2 is client support AI. Provide AI experiences that support your clients during your work together. Think like session prep tools, accountability companions, or integration assistants. One of my colleagues built a visibility tracker AI that helps clients monitor their exposure efforts. Another offers an AI writing companion for creating on brand stories for his magazine. Number three is delivery support AI. Let AI handle some of the manual, time intensive tasks so you can serve more clients at a higher level. Inside my Offer Mojo studio, my clients receive my human strategy and coaching. But behind the scenes, my AI powered Offer Mojo squad produces outputs like maps, blueprints, and visibility plans, all built from my proprietary frameworks. This is where AI becomes more than an efficiency tool. It becomes a creative collaborator. It's not here to replace you, it's here to help you scale your impact without sacrificing your humanity. So think about this. How could AI simplify or support the back end of your business so you can focus more on creativity and connection? And in what ways could you start integrating AI directly into your offers to enhance your clients' results and overall experience? AI isn't the threat, burnout is. The entrepreneurs who learn how to partner with AI, stay creative, and lead with heart will be the ones who define what's next. Trend number three is a demand for niche and personalized services. The market for coaching and online services is becoming more refined, and clients are demanding personalization at every level. Gone are the days of broad, one size fits all programs. People want solutions that speak to their exact experience, lifestyle, and goals. In 2026, the strongest growth will come from hyper personalized niches. Think career transition coaching for women in tech leadership or burnout recovery for healthcare entrepreneurs. Clients aren't just buying results, they're buying resonance. They want to feel seen, understood, and supported by someone who truly gets their world. This trend extends beyond offers too. It's shaping everything from how you design your programs to how you market them. Personalization shows up in your tone of voice, your messaging, your content, and the way that you deliver transformation. It's no longer enough to say, I help people reach their potential. In 2026, clarity and specificity will be your greatest marketing superpower. Personally, I saw this trend coming over 2 years ago, and maybe it even started before that. And I'm so glad that I listened. What some people don't realize about my early days in business is that I started as a total generalist. I'm a certified master marketer, a certified online business manager, and a certified coach. For years, I wore all the hats: building funnels, managing content, developing brands and websites, running launches, and coaching my clients on business growth. I could practically do everything. But in early 2024, that generalist mentality stopped working. Clients stopped hiring do it all experts and started looking for specialists. I personally was stretched too thin, burned out, and realizing that being everything to everyone was actually diluting my brilliance. That burnout, paired with some deep intuitive nudges, pushed me to simplify, to build a business around my true zone of genius, offer strategy. And I'm seeing this pattern everywhere now. So many coaches and service providers are still caught in the generalist or multi passionate phase. And while I deeply understand it, the market is shifting fast. The ones thriving right now are specialists. They're clear, confident, and magnetically aligned with a very specific transformation. Even my own buyer behavior has changed. I don't want a general solution anymore. I want a precise one. If someone specializes in the exact problem that I'm facing, I'm in. The truth is, you can still honor your multi passionate nature while being a specialist. I do it every single day. I specialize in offers, but my clients benefit from all of my expertise: marketing, systems, and coaching. It's not about narrowing your gifts, it's about channeling them so they land with more power. So here's some reflection prompts for you. Are you currently marketing yourself as a generalist or a specialist? If you could refine your niche to focus on one clear, powerful transformation, what would it be? And how could you weave your multi passionate background into your specialization to make it even more valuable and unique? In 2026, generalist will still exist, but specialist will lead. Clarity attracts, specificity sells, and alignment keeps your business sustainable for the long run. Trend number 4 is well-being and a mental health focus. The next wave of growth in the coaching industry isn't about performance, it's about presence. The wellness and the mental health coaching market is projected to nearly double from 392.8 million in 2023 to 743 million by 2028, making it one of the fastest growing niches worldwide. But this isn't just about expansion, it's about awakening. Entrepreneurs and clients alike are no longer willing to sacrifice their well being for business success. The conversation has shifted from how do I scale faster to how do I stay aligned, grounded, and fulfilled while I grow. Words like energy, alignment, embodiment, and nervous system regulation have moved from the wellness space into mainstream business strategy. And they're not leaving. The leaders who will shape 2026 and beyond are those who integrate mental, emotional, and spiritual well being into every layer of their business, from the offers they design to the way they lead, hire, and make decisions. Well being is no longer a luxury or an afterthought, it's the foundation of sustainable growth. This past year, I made my well being my highest priority. I've spent the last 12 months working with a therapist to learn new ways to regulate my nervous system while running a business, rewriting old childhood stories, busting limiting beliefs, and learning to calm myself during times of stress. I've created rituals that anchor me. I leave my office between 4 and 5 each day to walk to the gym, lift weights, and get outside in nature. That's my time to unwind, move my body, and let my mind rest. And when I come home, I put my phone in the bedroom and unplug for the evening so I can be fully present with my spouse. Alignment has become my guiding word. Alignment in my offers, my collaborations, my clients, my schedule, everything. If something begins to create tension in my body or my energy, I pause and I reevaluate. I say no when my intuition says no. I remove anything that feels toxic or misaligned. And I lean into my human design to ensure that I'm operating from my most natural self. This isn't just personal, it's part of a larger shift that I'm witnessing across the business landscape. More and more coaches, healers, and service providers are weaving well being into the way they operate. The old hustle culture, the one that glorified burnout and look how much money I made, is fading fast. We're entering a new era where heart, health, and harmony matter just as much as strategy and success. So here's what I want you to think about. What boundaries or rhythms could you create in your day to better support your nervous system and your energy? Where are you being called to integrate more well being, balance, or spiritual alignment into your business model or your client work? The businesses that thrive in 2026 won't be the ones that move the fastest, they'll be the ones that move in alignment. Trend number 5: data driven and results focused approaches. The coaching and online business landscape is maturing fast. The days of feel good metrics and vague promises are definitely fading. What's replacing them? data-informed decisions, and tangible transformation. According to a 2023 Better Up report, companies with strong coaching programs experienced 27% faster growth and up to 87% higher net profit margins. Numbers like that tell a clear story. The businesses thriving in this new era aren't just delivering inspiration, they're delivering outcomes. For coaches and service providers, this means shifting from simply doing the work to measuring the impact, tracking client progress, evaluating program effectiveness, refining your pricing and your positioning. It's all a part of becoming a more strategic and credible business owner. Clients today want to see results, not rhetoric. They're invested in coaches who can demonstrate real success, whether that's through metrics, case studies, or powerful stories of transformation. The other day, I was scrolling through LinkedIn. One of my business colleagues, Jess Sato, wrote a post that honestly stopped me dead in my tracks. She was talking about how fluff words like clarity, alignment, and embodiment are no longer good enough in today's market. She said, as a business owner, you have to be able to answer two questions in clear, tangible language. What does the clarity you provide actually help someone do or achieve in their business? How will those results tangibly move your client's business or life forward in revenue, reach, or real world impact? That second question is the real ticket to faster growth in 2026 and beyond. When I help my clients craft offers and offer ecosystems, this is exactly what I'm looking at. How will this offer change their business? Will it simplify their operations and give them more time? Will it generate more clients or revenue? Will it help them feel more aligned and less stressed? Will it give them the confidence to speak boldly about the transformation they create? And will the messaging finally click and attract the clients that they've been dreaming of? I personally am deeply invested in my clients' results, not just their revenue, but their energy, their confidence, and their ability to grow with ease. I pay attention to what's shifting for them. I notice when they feel stuck and I adjust my strategy. I evaluate, refine, and evolve my own offers constantly to make sure they're truly supporting my clients at the highest level. Because for me, being data driven isn't about spreadsheets. It's about awareness. It's about measuring what matters. The results, yes, but also the ripple effect of those results. Profit is important, but client success and impact are what make your business sustainable. So think about these questions for a moment. How can you define and measure results in a way that aligns with your mission, not just your metrics? And where could you start tracking real progress for yourself or your clients to make your impact more visible and repeatable? The businesses that thrive in 2026 will know their numbers and their impact. Clarity builds trust, results build longevity, and the combination of the two, that's what builds a legacy. Trend number 6 is purpose-driven, authentic branding. If 2024 and 2025 have been about standing out, 2026 will be about standing for something. According to recent consumer studies, 94% of people say they value brands with a mission beyond profit, and 90% want to trust a brand before they buy from it. The message is clear. Purpose and authenticity aren't optional anymore. They're the new baseline. We've entered an era where your audience can feel whether your brand is aligned or performative. They can tell when you're creating content from genuine connection versus chasing trends. People aren't just buying your product or your program, they're buying into your integrity, your values, and the way you show up in the world. The most magnetic brands are the ones that lead with clarity and conviction, who actively demonstrate what they stand for through the stories they tell, the offers they create, and the communities that they nurture. It's not enough to have a mission statement tucked away on your website. Today, your values have to live and breathe through every touch point of your brand. Personally, I caught this trend early, right at the beginning of 2024. I've always been driven by a desire to make a difference in the world, and I've always gravitated towards business owners who lead with that same sense of purpose. That's what inspired me to rebrand my entire company to On a Mission Brands and to launch my former podcast, On a Mission Mojo. That podcast became a space to highlight entrepreneurs who were using their expertise to create positive change. It was incredible to witness how many coaches, strategists, and creators were intentionally leading brands rooted in impact, not just income. And the shift is undeniable. One of my current clients, a system strategist, only works with purpose driven brands. Every client she attracts is focused on driving positive change while balancing profit and purpose. It's not just nonprofits getting attention anymore. It's also profit driven brands that are leading with humanity, impact, and integrity. People are done with performative branding. We no longer trust businesses that say one thing but do another. And consumers are walking away from brands that don't align with their values faster than ever today. You can see it in real time, from boycotts to bans to public accountability. Values now drive visibility. The through line is trust, authenticity, and humanity. These aren't trends that fade, they're the foundation of where business is headed. So think about this for a moment. What does your brand stand for? Not just in words, but through the actions and the energy that you bring into the world. And where could you more clearly demonstrate your values so that your audience doesn't just hear them, but feels them? In 2026, people will still buy offers, but more than that, they'll buy alignment. The businesses that lead with heart and integrity will always rise above the noise. Trend number 7, content innovation, videos, podcasts, and interactivity. If content is the heartbeat of your brand, the rhythm is changing fast. In 2026, audience won't just want to consume your content, they'll want to experience it. From immersive video storytelling to interactive AI experiences, the line between education and engagement is blurring. Video and podcasting continue to dominate, not because they're trendy, but because they're human. We've officially left behind the era of polished perfection. The content that connects now is real, resonant, and rooted in story. It's the unfiltered thought shared from your car, the podcast episode that feels like a coffee chat, or the simple story post that makes your audience nod and say, "Yeah, that's me." People are craving truth, not these templates that we've seen on Instagram. Here's my take on this. Video has been trending for years, but today it's more important than ever. About a year ago, I made a commitment to record at least one video a week. Short, natural, unpolished, and real. These videos share my thought leadership, behind the scenes moments, or just a quick story that offers a takeaway that my audience can actually use. I've completely shifted how I write and create content. I now aim to share a story in every single post. Why? Because storytelling is the one thing that AI can't replicate. My personal stories, my lived experiences, my lessons, and my voice are what set me apart from every other content creator out there. Even my podcast has evolved. At the start of 2025, I restructured it so that 75% of my episodes are solo, just me speaking directly to my audience, and 25% feature guests. Every episode now ties directly to what supports my clients and community. It's not random, it's very intentional. The goal is trust, not trends, and not just having any random person on my podcast to talk. I still blog consistently because I know that it drives website traffic and long term brand visibility. And when I speak, whether it's at a summit, on a podcast, or in a workshop, I bring my whole self. I integrate stories, energy, humor, and depth. I don't hold back on value. My goal is to captivate and connect through presence, not perfection. Even my AI powered offers reflect this. I embed my frameworks, my stories, and my personality so that my clients get the full human experience, even through automation. And while I haven't experimented with AR yet, I can see that wave coming too. The reality is, we're living in an era of content overload and algorithmic limitation. Visibility isn't about creating more, it's about creating better content. The future belongs to the creators who tell powerful stories, bring humanity into their content, and make every post, episode, or video mean something. So here's some reflection prompts for you. Where could you infuse more of yourself, your stories, your personality, and your energy into your content? What would change if you stopped creating for the algorithm and started creating for impact and connection instead? The next evolution of content isn't about being everywhere, it's about being unforgettable. Trend number 8 is subscription, hybrid, and community models. In 2026, the most successful businesses won't just be selling programs, they'll be building ecosystems. Subscription offers, hybrid coaching containers, and community based memberships are continuing to rise because they do something that people crave: connection and consistency. For business owners, these models bring stability and predictable income. For clients, they offer ongoing growth, support, and belonging. We're seeing a major shift away from the one and done offer model. Audiences no longer want to buy a single program, graduate, and be left on their own. They want to stay connected to the people and the brands that help them grow. That's why we're seeing more hybrid approaches, blending on demand learning, AI driven tools, and real time mentorship, giving clients both autonomy and human connection. Automation tools are also making it easier than ever for solopreneurs to run memberships in communities that feel deeply personal. Whether it's a subscription coaching hub, a content library, or a hybrid membership model, the goal is the same: create a space where transformation and relationship evolve together. Here's my thoughts on this. This trend is right on time. And if you want to dive deeper, I actually recorded a full episode on the rise of the community based offer. It's also what I help my clients do every day: build offer ecosystems that enable them to work longer and deeper with their clients. I've created my own offer ecosystem with touch points that meet people wherever they are in their business journey. There's the Offer Mojo Squad, which is my AI powered suite that helps clients DIY their way through the offer process. Then there's my high touch container, the Offer Mojo Studio, where clients work with me intimately, combining strategy, mentorship, and AI powered tools behind the scenes. I also offer the Offer Confidence Lab, which is a small group experience for entrepreneurs craving support and connection. And for those who need just a focused burst of clarity, there's the Offer Power Plan. It's a one off strategy session that gives them direction without a big investment. I've seen firsthand how this model builds loyalty and longevity. I'm also a member of a paid community with a business coach that I deeply respect. I continue to invest in her because she delivers consistent value and genuinely cares about her community. I stay because we're aligned in thought leadership, values, and energy. This is the future of online business: deeper relationships, longer client cycles, and more integrated experiences. When you invest in your clients, they invest back in you. The key is creating an offer ecosystem designed to nurture that relationship over time. So think about this. How could you expand your offer suite to create a natural journey that supports your clients at multiple stages of growth? What type of community, membership, or ongoing experience could you do that would deepen your client relationships and create lasting impact? The businesses that will thrive in 2026 aren't just building audiences, they're building ecosystems, the kind that nurture trust, connection, and transformation over the long term. Trend number 9 is AI powered marketing and automation. If 2025 was the year everyone started experimenting with AI, 2026 is the year it becomes essential. Marketing is evolving toward personalization, predictive analytics, and automated systems that do more than save time. They make every touch point smarter. Gartner predicts that 40% of all enterprise marketing strategies will be AI driven by 2026, while digital strategist Justin Leonard calls smarter AI powered personalization a non negotiable for brands that want to thrive. But here's the thing: automation on its own isn't the goal. The goal is alignment. The best marketers are learning how to weave AI into their systems without losing the heart of their message. Because while AI can generate content, it can't generate connection. That still comes from your stories, your presence, and your leadership. In my own business, I literally have 6 custom GPTs that run my marketing operations, and each one has a distinct role to play. Polly is my Pinterest content writer. Sage is my social media strategist. Nina manages my blog and my newsletters, and she's fully trained in my podcasting and publishing workflow. Queenie helps me plan quarterly SEO, optimize content topics. Callie maps my monthly content calendar based on my energy, my thought leadership, and what I'm feeling for that particular season. And Cassie is my go to for promotional content, everything from launch emails to website copies and sales posts. Every one of these assistants is trained in my brand voice, my offers, my frameworks, and my audience's challenges. Together, they form an AI infused marketing system that keeps me visible, consistent, and aligned without sacrificing authenticity. I bring the strategy, the stories, and the human spark. AI handles the structure, the execution, and the scalability. One of my biggest marketing drivers is my lead magnet, the AI powered offer confidence checklist, along with trial versions of my Offer Mojo squad assistants. All of it runs through automations designed to nurture leads while giving them real value upfront. This year, I also moved my entire marketing operation to one platform to end the tool chaos and streamline everything, integrating high level and ClickUp for smoother systems and more efficient execution. But let me be clear on something: I will never automate the human touch. There are things that I simply refuse to delegate to AI: relationship building, personal communication, and client care. I'll never replace things with bots or agents. Call me old school, but connection is a non negotiable value. Technology supports my business, it doesn't become my business. So think about: what parts of your marketing could AI support or simplify, and which parts should always stay personal? And how can you use AI to enhance your marketing voice instead of diluting it? AI can automate your marketing, but only you can make it magnetic. The future belongs to founders who blend systems with soul. And here we are at the last trend. Trend number 10 is an emphasis on trust, community, and social proof. If 2026 has a theme, it's this: people trust people, not platforms. In an era of misinformation, shifting algorithms, and AI generated everything, trust has become the most valuable currency online. Studies show that 88% of consumers trust recommendations from people they know over any other form of marketing. And brands with strong communities experience higher retention and deeper engagement. For coaches and service based founders, this means credibility now comes from connection. Your clients don't just want to know what you sell, they want to know who you are, what you stand for, and whether you'll truly deliver on your promise. Social proof through testimonials, case studies, and client wins is essential. But just as powerful is community proof. Who surrounds you, collaborates with you, and advocates for you? Belonging has become just as important as authority. For me, this trend feels like a natural evolution of everything we've talked about. It's the thread that weaves it all together: authenticity, alignment, results, and humanity. I've spent the past few years intentionally building offer ecosystems that help my clients stay longer and experience deeper transformation. I weave storytelling, transparency, and consistency into everything I do, from my marketing to my client relationships. While I've leaned heavily on content for visibility in the past and will continue to, my focus for 2026 is shifting to relationship marketing. I'll be investing my time in building strong relationships within niche communities, collaborating with other business owners who share my values, and connecting with aligned podcast hosts and guests. This is where trust and visibility will truly grow. I believe we're coming full circle back to the basics of business: high quality service, meaningful networking, high touch relationships, empathy, and deep impact. These are the spaces where I've always shined. And honestly, I am genuinely excited about what's to come in 2026 and beyond. I know the landscape will continue to shift, but for now, I hope that this 2026 Trends Report gives you clarity, encouragement, and direction for your next chapter. Let's keep this conversation going. And if these insights resonate, share them with someone who needs to hear them. The future of business isn't about chasing trends, it's about building trust, leading with heart, and staying human. So, as we look ahead to 2026, my hope is that you don't just chase these trends, you integrate them in a way that feels authentic to you. Every shift in our industry is really just an invitation to realign, refine, and recommit to your mission. Whether you're reimagining your offers, infusing AI into your business, or simply taking better care of your nervous system this year, remember, you don't have to do it all, and you don't have to do it fast. You just have to do it in resonance with who you are and who you're becoming. If this episode or this article sparked something for you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Send me a message, share it with someone who needs this insights, or start a conversation in your own community. The world needs more leaders who lead with both strategy and soul. And I have a feeling that's exactly who you're becoming.